I don't know if there's ways that we could improve our overall DPS, but I get the feeling that we should not be as close as we are on the DPS check.
We're not super close if everybody lives. Oh shit. It's fine.
Oh.
Except for Nada.
That's unfortunate.
This fight is closer than I would like it to be on DPS. It's possible I can eke out like another % or 2 on Living Liquid if I could ever figure out the timing for the last slap. But aside from that,
Yeah, I mean the only thing I can do, because I know that I'm executing everything as perfectly optimal as it's possible on Gunbreaker, except that I am not using all of my ammo on AoE hits instead of single target, which is an additional, I guess, 140 potency. So I guess that's not nothing.
ooh, actually, when you upload something to FF logs, can you break it into phases? Like, is there a way to just upload this phase so that I can throw it through the analyzer? Is that a thing, Kanata?
It'll take it, but it won't actually, like... I mean, yes, unless you mean live logs?
Well, so when you upload a thing to the analyzer, it has to be an FF logs like link. So
You can put partial logs up, it just won't count for rankings.
You can take the links of our wipes.
That's true.
I'll look into that. See if I can get some insight. Maybe I'm doing Black Mage things wrong. I don't know.
Sure.
I know that I've done pretty much all of the optimizations that I can think of, and looks like I'm doing a decent amount of damage, although I don't know if there are any fancy summoner tricks that other people have also figured out, but I'm using, like, all of my burst AoE DPS hits are timed so that they come out when both of the bosses are out, and I just don't know if there's anything that anyone else can do to do a similar thing.
I don't know what Tried Disaster does, but enjoy it until before they nerf it.
Boy, is that getting nerfed again?
That's getting nerfed in 5.3, yeah.
Bard's getting buffed though. Hey.
Try to that.
Crit strat's coming back.
They said they didn't want to do too much because they didn't want to ruin Summoner's rotation and have them have to relearn stuff. So they just nerfed Tried Disaster.
Tried Disaster, though, it's pretty much all about it.
I mean, the only nerf that I can think of that they would do is just like nerf the potency of the damage on the attack, which is not going to change the way that I do this fight or any fight. If they're not going to change something that makes us relearn our rotation.
And none of us play Monk, so.
Anyway, Kanata, if you can remember, try and upload some parses of this first phase after the end of this, so I can run some analyses.
Sure, I can also upload yesterday's.
Yeah, do that too.
I would appreciate it if you have any, whatever you're going to do, let me know how you're doing it.
Yeah, I'll get the link from Discord. Let's see. It's really easy. You literally just post the log in the thing and it tells you that you're doing this wrong or that wrong.
Shit, you should feel like shit.
Typically, yeah, but I mean, if you're looking to improve, it's a good way.
I don't know when you're using technical step or any of those things, but one thing that you might do is save it for when both bosses are out, because that's a lot of damage.
He didn't run forward.
That was weird.
Oh, unfortunate. 7? I got 7. Woo! I'm not fast enough on that hill if I'm 7. Awkward.
Is that if
At least we listened to different music. Got to the music break.
We can use the tank LB there as a cushion if we're all up until healers figure out their timing.
I just need to
It's
save
not
a
like we're
stack.
gonna need it.
I cannot use a stack. Like, I cannot be that safe on the tanks entering that phase.
Maybe they'd come on Astro and just throw a star in the middle.
Thinking face. I heard you want to play Astro placeholder.
Oh, I'm not healing this. Hard pass.
It's not that bad. You only need to swap to 5 different charges. It's not like you need to do the full part.
I have a hard enough time DPS in this phase.
Same. What's the run potential I do? Well, I guess Tam's already high now. That's good. Maybe you should always do that. That's actually really nice.
This should be okay. Never mind.
Oh, wait, what?
I think you gotta be way further forward than that, Tyler.
I was on the edge of it.
Are we supposed to be hitting that in the second explosion or the third one?
Like he plops down, like almost at the beginning of the, or at the, like when the second explosion happens, like that's about when he plops down. So like by the time you move, he's probably already plopped down right before, so you can't really move much forward.
According to
Yeah.
the GIF, we're standing in front of the third explosion when he lands.
Or maybe it's the third explosion.
Or rather, we're standing in front of the fourth explosion, technically, when he lands for 1 and 2. If you count the initial explosion. So it should be move, move, stop.
All I know is that I'm hugging. I'm hugging those explosions. Also, make sure that you're like on the dotted ring. That's the other part. Because like I was standing here, and I got cleaved.
Well, like, if it's 1, 2, 5, 6, if I'm 1, 5 and 6 should be here along a spoke out from me. Because it's a cone, it'll go like this, completely missing them.
Well, last time I was 1, I was about like here.
Yeah,
So
which
there's
means
two
that
here.
the other two should be standing parallel with the first one on their side. They
Yeah, I know.
don't spread out until after the first set on their side goes off. And then the first set on that side should collapse to parallel along the outer edge with the next odd.
I'm
Like
aware. I'm saying that I was standing like here, which is should be pretty safe. So make sure that if you're taking it, you're like on the circles, and you're hugging the front explosion as much as you can.
Oops.
Just I think I just had.
Guess I jumped back into it too early.
One second. Okay, I'm back.
Rip. Why did I bother healing? That was not a spell I should have cast.
You healed me so that you could rescue me in
Oops.
I see through your plan.
The thing is, if I didn't get a crit, it would have died to an auto.
Didn't run because I thought I would actually die faster just standing there.
Yeah, probably. The next auto would have killed you. I was already halfway through casting it. So to fix my mistake, I had a rescue plan.
Good. 0.1%. We're good.
I'm gonna auto attack it to death.
I'm upset.
Oh, what?
Oh, 3 must have died.
Yep, I'm upset about it.
Yeah, I was 7, and then it appeared, and I was just wondering, wait, did I black out for a minute? That explains it.
That was one of our higher DPS pulls, though. That felt pretty comfy.
At some point, I'm gonna run out of potions. Might get a little less comfortable.
Okay, we're fine. I don't want to talk about it.
Up goes lava. We're gonna be fine. Pop. That's how you know we're actually fine.
False sense of security.
It's like when you hear a healer go, "Oh shoot, now I got it." Never trust those words. Should have told you guys that.
I'm more worried when I just hear like,
Like right now? Oh.
Watch that orb.
That's a dangerous ball.
Like, how do I die there? I don't actually get that. I'm in
Take
my
you-
ley lines next to everybody. I just died of splash damage.
The speed of
I
things.
think so. I don't know if it's the deciding factor. Medica was a fraction of a second slower than usual, but it was at the same number of GCDs as usual.
I believe you started like 10k lower, like 20k lower than everyone else.
From what though? I mean, it's the same damage every fight, right?
It is, but there are some speed of heal things you gotta consider.
There are, and I have, or I should say, I am trying moving plenary indulgence, but that shouldn't affect it because it was triggering before you take that damage. And also, I've been doing that the entire night. You only died there just now. So.
The other thing is, sometimes I'll have mana for 2 suckers, and this time I had enough mana for 1 sucker. So we got 1 sucker. Usually it's fine, but it's not always fine.
It's definitely something we need to figure out because it happened like 2 or 3 times yesterday too. To Carrot too.
not sure if what's happening is that better tank strategies have allowed you to cast more damage spells, and so it's just being routed from healing to damage. But there's like way less healing now than there was before. But damage spells cost less.
Adel up there too, right?
Yeah, is Adel up there?
I'm putting Samba up.
Adel should be up for the splash hits at the very end.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that you're not topped off going into that for some reason.
I believe placeholder takes the last set of.
Yeah, me and Carrot do.
Yeah.
Which probably explains why he dies sometimes too there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why Plundering Indulgence wasn't affecting you. It's because it was being triggered in between the Rhodians.
Isn't there only 2 sets of 4 though?
Everyone gets hit. Eventually. But if you get hit later, right, you're gonna not receive some of the heals.
Right. It's 4 sets of 2, and the 2 casters are taking the last 2. That's different than if it's 2 sets of 4. Because if it's 2 sets of 4, then there should be 2 other people who are just randomly occasionally dying.
And that would be me and Neris, I believe.
It's the one from the tornadoes that are delayed, not the ones on the boss.
Oh, so just 3, right? It should just be 3 tornadoes, and that would be me, placeholder, and Carrot. And my fairy's like following me, so I get heals. Maybe I can.
Jeez.
I don't know if the fairy's gonna target you if I leave in the middle. It's kind of random chance. I am also completely out of mana. I have no other spells to be casting. I have basically not anything I can do at that point.
I can move Curing Waltz there instead. I just can't do it for both. I can only do it for one set of the splashes because it's not up again.
So the one set of splashes happens while we are all in the middle and all stacked on top of each other, so we should be like, that is, I think, if the important thing is being within like Cure 3 radius, like,
I mean, we're all close enough right there at the end, except for Salenta, that I think it would hit.
I'm sometimes running in.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't do it till like probably the 3rd or 4th splash, obviously. I don't know. I was doing it there before, but then they wanted it in the other spot. So I can do it either place. I'm just saying I can't do both.
Okay, well, if you're using it on the last one, we are still in Cure 3 range for the middle splashes. So I don't know if that's a better alternative time, place, whatever for that.
That is where... No, that's where I'm using it currently. So.
No, I mean, like, I'm talking about actual Cure 3.
Oh, use Cure 3 there instead. Okay.
Tam, other question. Where are you using your reprisal? Are you using it? If not, you should be using it there probably.
For the ones that were in the middle, or
the splash at the very end? Because I'm using it for the first splashes. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm using it for the first cascade. Well, sorry. The cascade after the splashes. The second cascade, I think.
Okay, I can use it there.
So yeah, you can use yours on the splashes at the end. So that
okay, well, if we have both Adel and Reprisal, that should be a lot more mitigation. That should be enough to make the difference.
Using either before, then yeah, that should be a big difference.
Well, I was using Addle before. I'll still be using Addle.
Well, that's all.
Getting an additional reprisal on top of that might be the difference.
Yeah, it probably is the difference. It's just like it might not be overwhelming difference, but
Yeah, the splashes are actually where I've moved Indulgence to. It's just that doesn't help if you die before Medica has the time to slowly spiral out to you.
I guess the other thing is I dropped soil from that since I need a stack. And that was the 10%. I guess it mattered.
I'm probably ready.
All right.
Okay, when we take our break, stick around. I want you to help me digest this thing I'm reading. It's about buff timers.
So is that trial version expansion launching with 5.3?
Available right now.
It's available now? Wow.
Are you talking about them changing the trial to have access to Heaven's Ward?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's available now. At least I did not hear or see a mentioning of a release date for that.
Yeah, I mean, that should be an account data thing, so there's no reason to delay it.
sometimes they want to build hype so that people jump in together.
Maybe they're doing it so that it launches with the Realm Reborn streamline.
Oh my god, this lag. What the fuck's going on?
What? Was I? How did I catch the one from that one?
I'm gonna restart my client real quick.
What the hell happened there? That was weird.
Server ticks.
I caught like a second one from the tornado, but Tam dashes in there. There's no world where he. Where. Okay. I'm just gonna hold it L on that one. I don't understand what happened.
Server ticks. Here's your favorite wipe logs from yesterday. See if these work. They're pretty much all just first phase.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this one step further. I'm gonna restart my computer.
How long is that phase actually? It's like 220, 230-ish, right?
Just under.
So I guess
Might
I'll
as well
throw
take a
couple of
5-minute.
those
Just under 230.
in. Oh,
Why not? Might as well take a break now.
that means Carrot can't look at this thing. He ussed his way out of it. You gotta be kidding.
Brad, you-
You can post the stats.
Well, here, Kanata, you can help me digest this. I don't know if I'm reading this chart right or not. Hang on.
Holy cow. Okay.
So if I'm reading this right, if we look at Ninja, Summoner, Black Mage, and Dancer, the column that says burst window is when all of those classes are essentially hitting their stride, right? Does that make
That's the
sense?
strongest stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is saying for trick attack it should be like 10.6 seconds in. Am I reading that right? When we want that to be hitting?
Yes.
And then for Summoner, I guess Devotion starts at 7 seconds. I don't do anything. And then the Dancer ones are weird. What was the thing with Saber Dance? It's not like a guaranteed thing, right? So how do
No.
they have it so early on?
Luck.
Right? That's
Okay.
an optimistic 4 seconds. Okay, if I have 50 gauge by 4 seconds, that's optimistic.
I mean, Carrot could just get a lot of crits.
Sometimes he does.
You
Sometimes I'll
could-
get like 4 or 5 saber dances in the opener, and sometimes I get none. Like,
And then I guess for your thing, Kanata, it doesn't really give a time, but you would probably want to start it around the 10-second mark, right?
I guess.
If that's when we're lining up all the rest of them.
Sure.
I don't know when you're doing it now.
I'm doing it 3 seconds in.
I think that's labeled incorrectly.
For
I
which
think that's
part?
supposed to be devilment, right?
Which one?
Instead of Saber Dance? What does Devilment give?
Well, just because devilment's not on that list and it's a buff.
Oh, yeah, it could be. Does it give crit and direct hit?
Yes, by
Okay.
20%. Yep.
Okay,
That's
I
it.
could
was like,
believe that.
oh, that makes more sense because I'm like, you can't.
Oh, this is 5-0.
Well, now I don't believe anything they say because they didn't say that correctly. And doesn't matter. Devilment was called devilment from the beginning.
This is 5-0, so some of the numbers are probably different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ninja
possible.
changed significantly, right? Between 5.0 and now.
Where are you slotting in Trick Attack right now, Tylee?
Okay, so here's how the opener works, and this is how it lines up for everything. Teuton, Stealth, Suiton, Kasatsu, Potion, start a fight. So then you go Spinning Edge, Gust Slash, Spinning Edge, Mug, Gust Slash, Boonshin, Aeolian Edge, Spinning Edge, Trick Attack.
So that's
So,
the 5th GCD. Did I
Oh,
count
is
that
that
right?
no, it's the off global after the 4th GCD.
And how long?
It's probably the right spot though.
Their number is very specific, though. 10.62. Is there a GCD you're supposed to put in between before that? Like, that's a very exact number to have there.
I don't even know, because after the Spinning Edge you go Trick Attack, then you do Dream Within a Dream, Shadow Fang, then Assassinate, and then depending on your version and your latency, I do a little bit of variance here, because I do my why am I blanking? My Hioton move, and then my Lightning, then my Raiton, and then my Gust Slash, instead of Hioton, Raiton, Tenchi, Jin, Gust Slash, because sometimes things get a little weird and you can't actually continue the combo because it takes too long with animation latency.
To clarify, though, 10.62 would be the first off global after your 4th GCD.
It could be.
Can you shift it over by 1 GCD from where you're at now?
I mean,
That kind of throws off a whole lot of stuff.
it does say
Because you are beholden to the duration of Kasatsu.
It does say 10.62
And the duration
preferred.
of Suiton. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you're doing it earlier than 10.62 right now, right? So even if you were going for the 12.74 one, that's even later.
Well, no, because 4 GCDs, if they're 2.5 seconds,
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
it comes out to be around just after, like, well, it depends on, skill speed rate, but like within a second of like 10.4 probably.
Well, see, here's the thing. To put it somewhere else that isn't earlier, you are basically running into problems for timing.
I have to assume that when whoever made this chart made it based off of the rotations. Has the ninja rotation changed significantly since 5.0?
Fuck yeah.
I mean the opener.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So
For
let me
one
see if I
thing,
can find a 5.2 chart.
ninjutsus are globals now. They weren't in 5.0.
When did that patch come out?
5.1.
Yep.
No. I mean, what? Do you remember when that was?
Like
October
November-ish?
28th, 2019.
Okay. I'll see if I can find a 5.2 cheat sheet.
But yeah, so because you prep Kasatsu earlier, in order to keep it within windows for later in the fight, and Kasatsu only lasts 15 seconds, and your Kasatsu ninjutsu is used under Trick. If you move Trick, you either also have to move Kasatsu or you have to give up the damage there.
I found the updated version. It says the standard timing now is 8.6 seconds for Trick Attack.
Which would be 4 GCDs, because the first one doesn't have a 2.5 second lead time.
Correct this chart. Hang on. Oh, it also has Devilment instead of the other thing. Okay, everything's correct in the world. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe these people. They don't know the names of their skills.
Nah, Midori just, makes those points appear out of thin air.
Really nice.
Okay, everyone please refer to the new chart.
I want to point out, though, for this fight, I don't do a standard opener at all.
I mean, all you got to worry about is getting Devotion out at 7 seconds, right? When do you
Nope,
normally have
you're not
Devotion
getting it out at 7 seconds. I'm getting it out at like... I want to say it's going to be like 14 seconds in. At least, I mean, I throw out Devotion if it's a greater boon to the entire party to have it up then. For this specific fight, I'm shifting my opener out by 3 GCDs and then some, because that way I am in the high DPS portion of my thing when both of the targets are there and before they've been split. So I'm trying to line up all of my buffs for that point, as opposed to earlier when we're just single targeting on Jiggly Butt. You know what I mean? Catching what I'm laying down?
Black Mage privilege. I don't have to worry about this stuff. I've presented the chart. Y'all figure it out. I'm not gonna tell everyone to adjust their openers.
Just the buff, I think you should change it to earlier. If you can change just that, that would probably be good.
I won't gain any of the benefits from that buff, but you know, if it's a total increase more than the damage that I lose from not having the buff when both of them are out.
Do you get a larger effect for the buff?
No, it's 5% for me and everyone else.
Then it's almost certainly a boon to do it earlier, if we're syncing them up.
I don't know. I do a lot of damage to both of them.
So if you do more damage to them at the beginning, they split with less health, right? Isn't it kind of the same as doing more damage to both of them? If you do more damage to the first one?
I was wondering about that.
That's how the Omegas were. If you did more damage to it when they split, you had less to deal with afterward.
True.
So I think if
it's
we front load a shit ton
better
of the
if the rest of you can do more. Like, I know it's more overall damage for me to wait until they both come out, because that's just the way that the AoEs work, and AoEs are part of my single target rotation. But the buff I can definitely move to literally whenever you want on that. I'm not personally going to be using pots and, you know, all of my off GCDs at that point in the fight.
After 3 GCDs or 4? 4 GCDs? Does that seem to be the right timing?
I don't know what you mean by looks worryingly at the FF logs statistics page, because I don't know.
That's what the Black Mage buffs are, according to that chart.
Where's this chart that you have supposedly posted?
It's in Discord.
Yeah, but there's like a million channels. I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
Boss
The
Boss Strat's last post. I was hoping this.
it's Boss Strats, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was looking at this on my phone, but
Ah, yes. Nice entry for Black Mage.
So they want faint in the opener. That's a little tight.
so just like I had to adjust my opener for this fight specifically because there are 2 targets, I was wondering if Dancer is better doing the same, since Dancer has like the strongest AoEs of like the strongest difference between single target and AoE damage of any of the other classes.
Yeah, so that's something to consider, right? This is like the generic raid buff planner. It's not necessarily tuned for tea time.
Yeah, like
I have been looking and have not been able to find one specifically for tea time yet.
I think like I don't know I know the cooldown on technical finish is super long.
As I say, if that's the case, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that you also have to consider our buff situation is, well, abnormal, because as far as the meta goes, placeholder should be a Dragoon.
Don't you dare say that.
Ooh. I believe he did lay some.
So what you're saying is placeholder is projecting on me?
You know, if I was ever gonna play another class in this game, it would be Dragoon. But the one time I tried to play Dragoon, y'all gave me shit for it.
Well, why can't
So
you just
whatever.
Wasn't it because
use
you
good
were
on Dragoon?
under leveled in Savory?
Alright, look, you can have it this way. Do you want an orange black mage or like a green dragoon? Choose your pick.
Anyway, back to like the relevant stuff that I was trying to talk about. It might be more total damage if you're not getting a second technical finish in to do that after they both spawn. If you can get both a technical finish and a standard finish in and hit both of the bosses.
I can get one. Or I won't be in my position in time.
Fair. I mean, like technical finish is
I
like
can do technical stuff, but that means
800 DPA or like
yeah, it's a lot.
2000 potency or something.
It's 1,000, but
I just don't know if that is total more damage than doing it earlier and getting the buffs to line up.
oh, it's 1,500. Jeez.
Yeah. I was like 1,000, please. That's standard finish. Anyway. All right, let's go back in.
Yeah, I'm ready. Although, there we go. Yeah, let me buy some more pots. That'll take 1 second. What are they called? Are we still on tinctures or are we on something else? They are still tinctures.
Also, for what it's worth, the analysis tool does work for these partial pulls. So I'll link it in Discord afterward. People can look at things if they want to.
Unless they have greatly improved it, all the stuff submitted by the person maintaining the Ninja one before was completely divorced from reality.
I know I trust whoever's like world first ninja over my own personal beliefs.
Should they just look at like the top parses then? Or?
So like the Galaxy Brain, actually no, that's wrong use of Galaxy Brain. Like the try-hard strat or not strat approach would be actually doing that, like looking at clears and just deconstructing what the actual. You can actually see the timeline of everyone's GCD as long as you can get an FF log parse. You can see exactly what the best players are doing at which DCD in what order. Doesn't tell you why, but it does tell you that that's what they're doing.
Yeah, except that the analysis, well,
The analysis tool is,
but it,
yeah.
like once you've got the opener, it's like, well, you didn't hit this button for 10 seconds.
You're like, the boss wasn't there. The analysis tool
Okay, I'm ready.
is mostly just there to notice things that you might not have noticed. Although we do need markers.
But does the meta say placeholder supposed to get the dance partner?
It says they're equal. It says summoner / black mage in priority, so I'm gonna give it a shot. See how it goes.
We should run some analysis on like Ray DPS and see what the difference is. Actually, we can do that, right? In FF logs, Kanata.
You can do that in ACT without having to run the FF logs.
All right, let's collect some data. Today's data day.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with, but I like that Midori has a 95th percentile healing parse, which implies to me the dancers just don't Gearing Waltz ever.
Well, it's because you get to use it twice in the first phase. It's unlikely to be able to use it like manually, literally.
Oh, there's a 6% difference. Oh dear.
You dead? Nope.
A little bit.
Hmm. Also, I forgot to delay technical step.
Did anything change?
Muscle memory is a thing.
Did we do anything different? Let's just call it fluke then.
I think living liquid was like 7% lower than normal though.
Yeah, it was a little spicy. In the wrong way.
Like 38.
Well,
That was definitely going through the middle.
I think I was slightly farther in than Midori was, so that's probably my fault.
I saw it happening in slow motion.
How is the timing for that devotion? 'Cause I'm not paying it. I don't know if it's good for you guys.
I wasn't watching specifically. I'll watch this time, but the results did not seem better than the pull of 4, but that's only one pull and one.
I definitely dropped a Nokia and lost 2 fouls in that pull. So we shouldn't use it as any sort of metric of DPS.
Okay.
I did my thing. I have no idea how to. I don't know how to do this rotation without putting technical step earlier. Nothing lines up at all.
We were a full like 9% behind on damage between the two of them.
You know,
Like I
it's,
said.
it's probably not saving any DPS. Like technical step gives the raid buff, right?
Yes.
So it's probably better just to get the DPS out early and start the hand with lower total health. especially if it's going to cause problems.
I usually hit them both with a standard step because that's back up like right when it appears.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
can't-
That's fine. That's almost as good.
I mean, it's not as good, but you know.
I said almost as good.
Also, in theory, I should delay chain stratagem like 10 seconds, but they split before the like 25-second mark, so not everyone's getting the full benefit of it. Same with like trick attack.
What's the duration of chain strategy?
15.
Yeah, can you do that like, I don't know, 4 or 5 GCDs in?
I can, but then some people will not get the full benefit of it.
10 to 20 seconds is our prime time.
Oh, I just fucked up the rule.
This is 15 seconds into the fight and can split.
That one's good.
I have no friends.
I got hit from
Tam, did you like spin around, or how did he come that way with the cleave?
I ran too far and then I died.
Yeah, the charge doesn't snapshot, so you can run in front of it.
So I started backing up, and because I was gonna get hit by the thing on the outside, and I didn't get out of that.
I
in time.
honestly don't think you were too far ahead, because we were...
No, I definitely got hit by the
No,
circle.
he was. He got get by the explosion.
Yeah, the charge went forwards.
I had 2, but I got shot into the wall.
No, I had 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tam's on the side.
I
So-
was chasing Tam. I know exactly. 7 and 8 were probably not far enough ahead, because it looked like they were gonna get hit by the charge.
No, we were in good spot for. We were where we would have been had Tam not been too far forward.
Yeah, I sort of stepped into the next explosion because the middle explosion happened, and then I was like, wait, I was supposed to wait for the next outside explosion to move forward.
Do we know what happened on our side? Majority just run too soon?
I guess? I thought I was facing Kanata the whole time, but
I think you were, but you started. Well, I assume, based off of the results, even though it didn't look like it on my screen, that you, like, he landed and then you just started running, and it shot it forward. So, I guess you need to wait for the charge to go off.
okay.
I am
Yeah,
now ready.
nothing snapshots there. Well, I mean, Hawk Blaster snapshots, but that's nothing we care about snapshots.
I mean, the cone snapshots. Like, wherever he lands is where he's going to do the cone. But the charge might be a little more.
No,
Little
speaking
later.
from experience, you can run in front of him and turn the charge around. It's
Like, I know that you can run through the charge, so to speak. But yeah, it might snapshot late.
That's gonna kill us.
Lane. I even tried to stutter step, hit it, and then walk in.
That's
But like, even my instant like off global cooldown attack is just like, no. You gotta wait a second for it to go off, and then the damage will register, but only according to the server latency.
I'm back to making micro adjustments.
I'm probably going to go back to what I was doing before, for the most part, other than, I mean, I'll still try to hit it and stuff, but just be more careful. Neat. Okay, we're just gonna wall it.
So I'm not gonna be able to hit a DPS check if I don't get to precast.
Yep. Yeah, that is one of the other optimal ninja things that is kind of weird, because they want you to pre-do Doton, but not every arena will let you, or the tank has to specifically pull it back a little further into the Doton.
Cam, I think you're supposed to not keep running after you do yours, or at least not be in front of us, right?
Whoever was number 2. I don't know who that was.
I don't know where did 7 not keep running?
I was coming, but you like so you have to remember after you get hit and knocked forward, we're still back. We have to get caught up to you. You kind of have to like stop so we can get in front of you. Because if you just keep running from your knockback spot, we're not going to get in front of you.
I was ahead of town, but then I was 8, so I was not supposed to be that far ahead. You can actually go pretty far ahead. Like when we were all waiting for that 4th one, we were all like, we're both here, right? As soon as was it 3? Math is hard. 3 gets hit, right? You can just move like in a straight line this way.
Oh, I'm looking at the gift now. There's a shit ton of time between when 3 and 7 goes off. Huh?
Yeah, like when 3 gets hit, you just keep going like this way, cut across a little bit, and like you can make it all the way to like 4 by the time 7 goes off.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like number 2 was running in the group with 5 and 6, as opposed to on the yellow dots. Because that charge definitely like went straight out the arena as opposed to back behind us.
I was on the dots, but I must not have been facing the correct direction.
Or ran too forward.
Because I got knocked into the wall also, so
I think there's time, like a short amount of time after you see Cruise Chaser spawn to adjust the position of his blasty charge.
Yeah, I mean, only a second, but one thing is, it did seem like he spawned around like here this time, even though I was charging it as soon as possible. But he did not make it very far from the last explosion. Which means that 5 and 6 need to be like here. You can't go much farther than the line, or it might not be safe. Again, it's just the timing for 1, 2. I don't know if it's significantly different for the other ones, but I feel like the other ones, the timing felt a little different.
3, 4 is nice.
Like,
4 is nice. You always wait. You have to wait at that 4th explosion. Like the 5th explosion and your Cruise Chaser are happening at the same time.
6, 7, 8 all seem easy once you make it there.
Yeah. Like 7, 8 are like literally sitting here for 2 whole seconds going, huh, where's the next explosion?
The Cruise Chaser for the evens, you should be facing the back of the odd number.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, for all of them, you should be facing in the direction we're running.
Right.
That is one of the advantages. Two advantages of this strat over what we were doing before. One is you're always facing the same direction, and 2 is you have plenty of time between when he's doing the other side of the arena to adjust for when you're up next.
And all you need to focus on is the explosion timing. Is it time to run? Did an explosion just go off? If so, run.
When I'm running around the outside of the arena, I basically never have time to stop. Like, since you're running a further distance total. I almost want to sprint, but I know that's a bad idea. What's happening with the ready check?
Cancel my control. I need to check something with my controller.
Is it faster to wallet for Midori?
Oh, that was the standard.
We're,
15
we're
seconds.
gonna have to wait
10 seconds.
for that controller thing anyway.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's like a 90-second cooldown. But yeah, it's just 30 seconds. It's fine.
Okay, seems better now.
I am incapable of screwing a cap on a bottle of soda without dropping the cap. Gotta make sure that I'm not getting early onset dementia or something.
Oh, have you been drinking Raid Juice as well?
I said cola. Soda.
With Jack in it?
Yes, it has Jack Squat in it.
Wait, really?
I don't even know how numbers work anymore.
Looked safe. I just eyeballed it. Like, my problem with that is that, like, I have to switch and, like, make a judgment call very quickly. And sometimes you're still attacking it. I don't know how much damage you're about to do to it.
Well, at the very end, I'm throwing like a Ruin 2, so not a lot of damage. It could be about 10%, 8%.
I guess I assume that's true, but I'm unlikely to kill it. It's just they are literally my strongest attacks, so I want to at least believe that they do damage.
Slaps.
Oh, our opener's really good. 111,000.
Hmm?
Our opening 45 seconds. 111,000 beeps.
I'm gonna shift devotion even earlier. It's messing with my pull.
So, oh, I like how shapeshift applied after the J kick.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bow. The answer to that, Salenta, is if 2 ran in front of the boss after the cleave, it would lock in the charges going forward.
I didn't though. Like I was behind him. It keeps appearing behind me and shooting me forward, and I don't know how that happens.
I don't know either. Sounds like a latency thing.
Maybe it is. Console problems.
I don't think it's
Placeholder has
console
asked for the
problems.
instant replay.
Yeah, I want to take a look at that actually. You got a timestamp or something, Kanata?
Give me a sec.
Because that time I was 6, and I was too far forward, and I was about to get cleaved. So I ran backwards, and I was like, "Oh, good, sweet, got out of the cleave for the cone," and then I got knocked into the wall from the charge going forward. And I don't know how two didn't die. I mean, I don't know if you maybe just didn't.
Pardon me.
Oh yeah, nearest. You can't approach the center at all, like at all, unless until 8 goes off. Unless you think you can, like, cut into the middle after the middle explosion goes off before 7 lands.
Is anyone from the 1, 2, 5, 6 side streaming? Because both Tam and Kanata are on the same side. So
I don't.
Like, I literally don't know what happened on the other side.
Yeah, I just realized that too. You can't see anything.
I'm not streaming. Oops.
That's tragic. Okay, well, I have no idea what's going on then.
I mean, you can see the mini map.
Hang on a second. Let me.
Enhance.
Whoa.
You could stream placeholder.
I could, but I don't. I should,
Yeah,
but I
you
won't.
have a new computer, right? You can totally stream it.
Yeah, I should actually start doing that. Or at least
Hang on.
recording my screen. I could do that straight through Discord though, can't I? Does that actually give timestamps in Discord?
I don't
No,
know.
and it's not saved.
Discord is live only.
Yeah, it's straight up live, and
You can't-
it's
You can't go back. You have to watch the live stream, right?
Alright, I'll get it set up for next week.
The other issue is also, unless you're paying for Nitro, Discord limits you on frame rate and resolution. Resolution not so big a deal because it still lets you do 720.
It's fine. That'll be my next week project, is get that going, so at least I can get another perspective on things.
Carrot just set up his stream last week. Does it still work?
Well, I have to change it to stream Final Fantasy and not Mahjong Soul. But
Fair enough. Oh, we can do it
let's see if that
after
works.
you finish the tournament.
Nope, we're fucking going live now.
Right now, 20 minutes left. Let's do it.
That's weird.
All
You can't
three
do
of
a.
you are on the side.
You can't record this fight. That's weird.
Oh wait, I still
mean,
have a
that requires
fucking
distance
3-minute
anyway.
delay set up. Hang on a second. Stop. Stop.
You can also tell it to discard.
Stop. Discard
yeah.
early. Alright. Settings. It's gonna be annoying if I have to stream Mahjong Soul again.
I guess
Advanced.
I could go back to streaming again.
Okay. Start streaming.
I should get a notification.
How do I change? It says I'm streaming Mahjong Soul. This is not Mahjong Soul.
Are you on Twitch?
Why does it make me change this? Final Fantasy 14 online. Done. Alright. Now that that's going, let me exit Firefox so that I'm not, like, double dipping my bandwidth. Alright, I'm ready.
Careful.
Because I was back.
Oh, we had
Oh, we looked good on our
that.
side. We looked clean on our side.
Oh, also being 5 and 6 as healer is really good. Or 1 and 2. I guess you're taking both bosses? I went just straight up that. You're rolling them fast.
Okay, is there? Where's the setting? Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Okay. Cancel. Let me stop streaming. I need to not stream 4K video.
What are you streaming 4K to?
Twitch.
Are you partnered?
Yeah, I wouldn't actually send
No,
4K.
but
Yeah,
it,
if you're
it is attempting to stream 4K.
well, you can save your processing power and bandwidth because if you're not like the minimum partner tier or whatever, you can't stream above 960p anyway.
I mean, I think that's the other reason why he's changing it.
Yeah, so it doesn't use 6.
It is wasting my bandwidth attempting to stream at 4K.
Yes.
And
You can cap it at 6,000 kilobits, bytes per second. It just put 6,000. Twitch is gonna cap it at 6,000.
well, that's fine. Let me just. This is probably fine. Okay, let's try this again. Also, I'm going to minimize the video while it's running. Check my FPS. Ugh. I like that I can hear the sound of benediction going off. And wings. Right here.
Oops. That shortcut was a trap.
I seem to remember a maxim about shortcuts.
Turns out if you try to take the closest path from point A to point B, it could get server ticked. Oh shoot. Oh jeez. We're fine. Wait, what?
Direct crit Xeno? Are you kidding me? That's not cool, man.
Look, we just have something like a 2% chance of wiping there every pull. It's fine.
It's gotta be less than that. Like, that's a direct crit? Come on. They probably rolled high on it, too. That's obnoxious.
I don't think that's what killed us.
Well, my doll died.
I think the hand killed us. By slap.
No, it was definitely my doll.
Because he slapped at exactly the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, Xeno shouldn't hit that hard. That's not right.
How much HP do the dolls have?
Trying to ruin my doll. That one was a slap. Yep.
So I assume that I am not the only one who's changed things. I have changed 2 GCDs there from single targets on the hand to AoEs. I hit like a wet pool move, so I'm probably not the problem here. But it's possible that we were just razor thin every single pull before this.
It has
yeah.
been pretty tight, yeah. That's actually probably a thing.
I mean, if anybody directs 1 GCD over as a DPS, that's probably enough. I mean, in general, I think people should poke the hand fairly hard there to start with, anyway. Is there anybody who can relatively easily hit the hand a couple times there?
I've been doing it, so
Yeah, I'm on the hand that entire phase aside from my doll, so.
Yeah, I know a bunch of
Hey,
people.
hey, hey.
all I
So
can do
I'm
is
asking if anybody else can do more. Without
The only thing that I could possibly do is switch targets in the middle of pushing like 32 buttons.
Or we could do it this way. If I'm the dance partner, maybe it's fine.
Yeah,
Meta.
if you're the dance partner, maybe it's fine.
So if you're the dance partner, you're gonna like no direct crit Xenoglossy killed at all.
kill yourself.
Here's something to consider, right? In that phase, the only damage I'm doing to the hand is a Blizzard, a Thunder, and then 2 Fire 4s. That's it. Well, I guess a Fire 3, but it's a weak one. Because then after that, I'm on my doll. So I'm really only hitting it with like 2 strong skills, because the rest of it's just a dot and a Blizzard. So I'm not actually doing all that much. And the main guy's still got all the dots from the beginning and still continuing DPS. So it's possible that we may need more of a correction if it becomes an issue. But let's just try the dance for now and see what happens.
Slenta, I'll probably need that GCT on the doll. That's all.
Yeah, no, that in that sense, I'm always ready to hit the doll. That will never change. Just because that's just how my rotation works. I just need to be we just need to be careful about position.
Come on, give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me?
That was bad.
No. Lasties?
Yeah, I guess.
Lasties or besties?
How about both?
That was a spicy one.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure we deserve that. Oh no.
Yikes.
I should do it and
We did it.
It's like 5 seconds too early.
I get to start this phase in Phoenix. This is the best.
right. Let's
Watch for chakrams. Move out.
Passed her.
I'm totally in the wrong spot, but that chakram was not going to the middle.
Wow, you gotta move back in fast. That's a spicy one.
No, we should move in after the chakras. Someone popped a thing and then we died, and then we all died.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
If anyone with the lightning water debuff dies, the raid just poofs.
Not out yet.
All right, well, that was a thing.
We sort of did it.
Yeah, we were all alive after the cruise chaser hits. That was the first, right?
No, we had 7 people alive.
Who died?
3 people and only 2 reses went out.
Yeah, random.
I died to J kick.
Yeah, I
not
died to the
to-
J kick too. I was saying I think we cleared the cruise chaser phase, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He means we did all the stuff, right?
we did all the cruise chasers.
How
We
much-
didn't have.
How do you go backwards in the stream?
You can't live. You have to do. I don't think.
You can if you're the host. You can go to your video manager and then go like right click play and it'll play that video like from that spot.
One of the 3 DPS or the 3 DPS who died. Do you know how much damage you took?
Oh, it should only do 78,000. They were at like 40k, so it wasn't even close.
Okay.
The indom was not in range because I indomed the 5-6-1-2 party, and the other side just didn't get it. And then when I catched the sucker, the speed of heals was not fast enough to catch up to the people that were coming in.
Yeah, my Heart of Light is like has 4 or 5 seconds left on its cooldown before that.
Also, starting that phase with no mana. Not sure how it's gonna work.
Yeah, you guys got to figure something out for earlier.
I'm clearly over healing. I'm like healing.
Yeah, but where?
The first phase. Being
Literally the whole fight. You can't be literally overhealing the whole fight.
there are some spots where I should not be healing. That is correct.
Is there any way to separate overhealing from Sucker and Adlo? And make it a separate comparison to overhealing from your direct heals like Lustrate and Indom? Since
Wait, no, placeholder.
overhealing while putting up a shield is a different matter entirely.
You're gonna put up the site or whatever that you were using.
I did. It's in boss strats.
Oh,
Whenever Kanata gives the parses for the
Also-
night, just grab the ones that are like 219 and start throwing them in there.
If I'm orange parsing for healing, if you think you're overhealing,
Well,
I'm
that's
definitely overhealing.
it. The thing that's weird about this is like you can't compare the actual parses in this fight for an incomplete fight because
That
it's
was
only
my
looking-
concern.
It's only looking at a sub portion of the fight, right? It's like if you continued at that DPS, HPS, whatever, overhealing, whatever, it's going. You are compared to other people who have done the entire fight. at this percentile.
If that's the same analyzer, though, that's not what it looks at.
We're not talking about the analyzer at that point. We're talking about
Okay.
just like I do not believe an orange parse for healing is going to be an orange parse for healing for the entirety of every fight, of clears.
Well, also, orange parse dancer could just mean you're doing it and it's giving a buffer, but other dancers aren't doing that. So if you aren't losing anything by doing it, it just means you're doing more than others.
It might be.
I mean, the other thing is you could be using yours at times that are maybe not critical, and that causes other healers to actually overheal. So
I'm just doing whatever they told me.
yeah, no, you should.
I mean, this is the
I'll